Has the conversation started or we're just waiting?
Hi everyone, welcome to English Spot. We'll be starting in just a few more seconds. If you are joining us from Discord, well, say hi in the English classes chat so I can see that you're here. That's awesome, very good. And if you're joining us from Twitch, just say hello in the chat. We're live now, so make yourself comfortable, get a drink or something like that, and we are going to start in just a few more seconds. And we're live! Welcome to English Palette. My name is Jack, and you are joining this first in history lesson where the lesson is streamed live and it's happening on Discord and it's streamed to multiple platforms. We are live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/English Spot, English S-P-O-T, one word. And we're also live on YouTube. Just look for English Palette, my channel, and if you are on Discord, you can also just click on my profile and find out all those useful links. And I'm just so excited that you decided to join us for another exciting lesson. Guys, today we have a special treat because the topic is everyone's favorite. We'll be talking about food, so I'm sure you can get passionate about it, right? All right, guys, I think it's almost the time to ring the school bell. That's right. Hey, if you are in the chat, say hi. I can see Saif saying hello here. Very good. Anybody else is online? Make sure you follow all these channels. You can follow English Spot on Twitch. This way you will never miss another lesson. You'll always be notified that we're live. And also you might want to follow my YouTube channel, English Palette, where we always schedule all the events in advance. So this way you can set a reminder. All right, guys, how are you feeling? This is how I'm feeling today. Wow, I feel good. I feel good. And how are you today, guys? Unmute yourself and say hello.
Yes.
Hi. Anybody online there? Am I just talking to a wall or are people in the room?
Hi.
Hi. All right.
Hi.
Very good.
Hello, everyone.
Very good. How is your day going so far?
Outstanding, man. It's going great.
It's been good so
Outstanding.
far, yeah.
Oh, that's
My day's
awesome.
been good and I'm excited to talk about it.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, that's great. I hope everybody's doing fine. Wow. Okay, well, we will get started in just a few more minutes. I hope that you are just as excited as I am. Yes, I can hear the excitement in the room. Well, in that case, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, guys. First of all, I wanted to say a big thank you to the hosts of today's lesson, which is the English Hub, where you can find me. I'm an active user on this Discord server. And if you are joining us from this server today, well, that's great. You're the lucky one. This is the best place on Discord to learn English, to make new friends, and to just have a great time. So if you want to practice English, there are active voice chats there. We have special events such as these lessons 3 times a week. Plus there are things like karaoke nights, and there are contests and debates as well. So make sure you join this server, and the link is in the video description for you. All right, guys, so if you are just listening right now, tuning in, and head over to that link, you might be a part of this lesson if you catch it in time. Of course, if you don't catch it in time, don't worry. All our lessons are recorded, and you can find them on my YouTube channel right here. English Palette. Okay, here are previous lessons. Make sure you follow that channel as well and subscribe. Well, and of course, please join us on Twitch. This is the Twitch channel, and you can see that there's an About tab where there are ways of staying in touch with the channel. You can support it if you like the content. You can donate. You can also book a private lesson. Or if you're a teacher, you can also invite me to do a workshop in your class. So here are some things that you can do. Follow the social media pages for extra information throughout the week. And again, say hi in the chat. Let's say hello here. Hi. Who else is in the chat? All right. Saif, welcome. I don't recognize you here, but that's great. I hope that you are a repeater. Maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit. Very good. Fischl is here. Welcome, Neptune. Nice to have you here. Excellent. All right, guys. I think it's almost time to get into the main topic, which is food. All right. Okay. All right, and let me put it up on the screen. Today's topic, guys. I'm sure everyone has great opinions to share. The title, by the way, this information is found on my website. So I always, before the class, I always post questions, discussion questions. So make sure you follow me on my website as well. In this way, you will always know there are questions posted for the next lesson. Today's topic, guys, is junk food always bad? We are discussing food, and I'm looking forward to hearing all your heated debates and your extreme opinions on food. So the title of the lesson is always Talk Your Head Off, because that's the main important point of these lessons. You are developing discussion skills that will be useful for your academic classes. When you take academic courses, you will be required to take part in directed discussions on academic topics. And that's why we're practicing this here. Topic food, guys. Let me first go over the questions, just in case if you haven't read them before this lesson. And this way you will already have your mind prepped with some ideas to share. Look at that, guys. You know, recently vegetarian diets are getting more and more popular. And there are things such as vegans. People choose not to eat meat. So there are vegetarian diets, vegan diets. The difference is that vegans don't eat any animal products, including milk, eggs, cheese, things like that. Well, the first question in our debate today, or discussion class, is: do you think you can get all the nourishment you need from a vegetarian diet? Would you be happy to eat a vegetarian diet for a week? Why or why not? Support your opinion. So if we have any vegetarians today, I hope you have a chance to debate for your side. Number 2, what do you think of fast food, junk food? Think about some advantages or disadvantages. Some people say that junk food is always bad. Well, what do you think? Maybe there are some advantages of junk food. What is the impact of junk food or fast food on the economy, or on our health, or on the convenience or our daily life? Think about the pluses and the minuses. Question number 3. We have an opinion here. People these days care too much about what they are eating. Well, and of course, they are worried because they want to protect their health. But worrying so much about food is definitely not healthy. So it defeats the whole purpose of trying to be healthy if you worry so much. Do you agree with this opinion or not? Support your view. Should people just eat anything and not worry about it? And this way they can be happier and maybe even healthier. Because healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy body are connected, related. Question number 4. Should countries try to grow their own food? So for example, I'm in Canada. Canada grows its own food, and it's a great exporter of food to other countries as well. Or is it better to be a country like Japan, for example, where Japan imports a lot of food and they rely on the trade, international trade? So this question is a little bit more technical. Depending on what you think, you may be able to voice your opinion. And question number 5. Are you all are for or are you against genetically modified food? Now, just for those who don't know, genetically modified food is not food that is grown naturally, but it is a food that has been tampered in the laboratory. So, for example, scientists take DNA from a fish and they insert it into they insert that DNA into a tomato plant, and this way the tomato can grow tomatoes in a colder weather or in maybe grow faster, things like that. Okay, so genetically modified food is not naturally modified food, not by crossbreeding, but it is food that is actually the DNA has been tampered with in a laboratory. So for such food, it is impossible to happen in nature unless scientists put it together. And of course, I always encourage students to post their own questions. However, this time no one has posted any questions. If you want to post a question right now, feel free to head to this post and post your question, and we'll try to incorporate it into the discussion. All right, guys, I am excited to get started. I don't know how about you, but if you are excited, say so in the chat. Let's play some elevator music while I prepare my screen. Is junk food always bad? Alrighty. Okay, guys, first of all, just to refresh your minds, refresh your memories, we are going to talk about discussion language. So remember, in a discussion, a successful discussion will have basic ingredients, things like sharing opinions, asking other people's opinions, affirming other people's opinions, agreeing, disagreeing, and confirming meaning, just to make sure that we know what we're discussing. So all that is printed for you in a discussion language worksheet, which you can also get from my website. I will just quickly scroll through this worksheet. This way you'll be able to see what kind of language we want to be using during our discussions. Okay, so things like, did you say that you could be a vegetarian or that you couldn't be a vegetarian? Are you saying that vegetarian diet is healthier? Verbal feedback, things like, oh, really? Seriously? Oh, I see. Giving opinions, very important, guys. I hope that all of you have a chance to give an opinion today. Asking for an opinion. So this will be important if you are a leader. If you're a leader and there is silence in your discussion group, well, you must make sure that you ask people's opinions, right? So, would anyone else have anything else to add on this topic? Or what do you think about that? Hello, Josh. Did you have a question? Yes, what is that?
Yeah, can we go on scientific facts? I'd like to, because I think it's a base to prove the answer.
Josh, I did not catch what you were saying. Could you speak either slowly or rephrase your statement?
Can we use scientific facts to prove our opinion?
Of course. Well, that's the more facts, the better. Thank you so much, Josh. That's a very good point you've raised. Excellent. Well, things like agreeing, it's really important. It helps people to encourage them to share opinions. If you agree with someone's opinion, then say so. Yes, I think so. I think you're right. That's correct. Exactly. Well, sometimes you might disagree, and that's completely fine too. Be honest about it. Say things like, I'm not so sure I agree. Or if you strongly disagree, say so. You can say, I strongly disagree. I completely disagree with you. And so on. Guys, summarizing, that's special language for the leader. The leader at the end of the discussion will be asked to provide us with 2 points of interest, things that stuck out in your mind, something that you want to share with the rest of the group. So you say things like, okay, so far we've said that fast food is very convenient. It makes our lives better. Or you can say, to sum up, we've said that fast food is usually very poor in nutrition. Or you can say, there is a disagreement in our group about fast food, and then explain what the disagreement is. All right, guys, is that all clear? Say hi, say yes in the chat if it's all clear. I will say hello here to all our newcomers now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a question.
Hi, Drago or Drago. How should I pronounce your
So
name?
in chat, Draga.
Yes, Drago.
In chat, Zero likes to draw is asking me if I could ask you to add him back to the chat. No,
Of
he's already
course.
in. Never mind.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So, by the way, guys, if you are here visiting from not this server, please join the server. This way you will never miss a class. We're called the English Hub. And if you are here a member and you want to speak, then you just raise your hand and I will include you. We have some excellent moderators here as well, helping us with the class. So you will be included in this lesson. I would like to encourage everyone to speak up as much as they can, because this is your practice time. And if you don't feel confident, if you just want to listen, that's okay too. Just make sure that you can either interact in the chat or, maybe go over that line and say, yeah, today I want to talk about it, because the topic is fairly easy, right? We're talking about food. All right, guys. Let's bring out the wheel, and I will just quickly discuss the roles, because it's really important that we know what the roles are. Discussion roles, guys. This is my picture of my classroom.
The wheel of fate type,
Pardon me?
like a type of wheel of fate. Your fate depends on what role you got.
Yes, it's a wheel of names, actually, but we can call it the wheel of fate, because all the roles are loaded. So let me just quickly summarize what the roles are. Of course, there's the leader, and the leader's job is obviously to keep the discussion going. The leader is going to make sure that everyone is engaged. So if someone is not speaking, ask them directly. What do you think about this question? Right? Rockish, you haven't said anything. What do you think about fast food? And so on. Now, Timekeeper is another important role, because there will be a timer on the screen. So you guys need to watch the timer and make sure that the discussion is not dragging on. We want to keep it compact, to the point, on topic, so the timekeeper may say things like, okay, I think we've all said enough about this question. Shall we move on to another question? Or things like that. Active participants, very important, because those people talk a lot. They talk their head off. And of course, we have devil's advocate. And this is just in case, guys. Devil's advocate's job is to, just in case the conversation stops, the ball is dropped and no one is picking it up, well, the devil's advocate kicks in and starts saying things like, well, I'm not so sure fast food is so healthy. You see what the devil's advocate is doing? Trying to use the opposite view. So just so that the discussion starts going again. So the devil's advocate might say things like, well, what would you say to those people who disagree, though? Not everyone agrees on this topic. And then the discussion resumes. And as already mentioned, summarizer will summarize the discussion at the very end, guys. And now we are calling for volunteers to start our round one. All right, so I'm calling for names to start our round one of discussions. Okay, looking at... Okay, if you are already in the room, say hello if you want to be a part of this discussion. Indicate it right now in the room, okay? Would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yes.
Hi. Yes, who was that? Who was that?
Yes.
Okay,
Drago.
Drago, okay, Drago. Let's put you down here. Drago. Alec. Who else? I think I had Trovail. How about Zanahoria, would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yes, I would.
Okay, very good. Is that a good name to call you, Zanahoria? Obviously, that's your nickname.
You can just call me Zana.
Zana. Okay, Zana, that's good. All right, anybody else? I think there are other people.
Also, Rocky.
Participate.
Josh, did you say yes?
Yeah.
Okay, Josh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you're feeling tough to say Josh, you can call me by Adat. It will just help you more. If you're feeling that it's a tough name to pronounce, because it's from other country name.
Okay, so Josh, could you spell your name again? If I, that will help me.
Oh, just write it DIT. That would help you a lot. That would help everyone to pronounce my name.
AWIAT.
DIT.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I can't understand.
Exactly.
Oh, highlighted gentle charge.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't understand the spelling. Okay.
Actually, I wrote it in gentle.
In general? We're not in general.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not in general. Okay, audit. Double A. A-D-I-T. Okay, thank you. All right, guys. If you are just joining us live on Twitch, we are live on Discord in English Hub. Scroll down, look in the video description. There is a link for you to join the server, and maybe you can take a part in this lesson. Okay, we need 2 more people for round 1.
I could
I would
also
like to.
Sir William indicated willingness, and 1 more person.
Rocky.
Rocky. All right, guys. All right, I am excited. Let's see who gets what role. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, I'm ready to spin. I hope you are clear on all the roles. We're selecting our leader. Who is going to be our leader? Here we go. All right, and it's Rocky. Okay, congratulations, Rocky. All right, you're going to be our leader. Next, we are selecting our timekeeper.
Sir, can I come back in 2 minutes?
And that is Alec. Well, sorry, did you have a question?
No. I was just saying, okay.
Is that okay? Okay, active participant number 1. That is going to be Zaina. Congratulations. You have to talk a lot. Or Zana.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I hope you
Yeah,
get to...
Any is fine.
Okay, very good. Active participant number 2. Here we go. And that is clearly Drago. Okay, now you need to talk a lot, Drago. Okay, very good. Now the devil's advocate. Is it going to be Sir William or Adit? All right, and it's Adit. Very good. I hope you get to exercise that role today. And I think Sir William is 100% going to be our summarizer, unless a miracle happens. All right, guys. I think we have our roles decided. Let me bring up our questions once again, because it's important that the leader at least understands what the questions are. You need to go to Twitch, and you will see them on the screen. twitch.tv/EnglishSpot. That's where we're live. And the questions are, just quickly, I will refresh your memory. So, do you think, the first question deals with vegetarian diet. Do you think all the nourishment that humans need can be found in vegetarian diet? And would you be willing to try a vegetarian diet for a week or not? Second question is about the junk food and fast food. Benefits and disadvantages. Are you a big fan of fast food, or do you avoid it? And related questions to that issue. Number 3 is opinion about people worrying too much, fussing too much about food, which makes them sick, because when you are worried, your body is also not in a good condition. So some people say just enjoy anything you want, and that way you'll be healthy. Do you agree or disagree? The fourth one is more about economy. Should countries grow their own food, or should they trade food with other countries? What are some benefits of doing that? And finally, question 5, are you for or against GMOs, which is genetically modified organisms, specifically genetically modified food? All right, guys. So let's bring in our debating team. Here are the roles on the screen. Are you guys ready? We have Rocky, Alec, Zaina, Drago, Adit, and Oops, the summarizer is Sir William, if I remember. Sir William, okay. All right, guys. So please unmute your mics. And by the way, those who want to take part in round 2, no problem. Stick around. There will be round 2 and maybe possibly round 3. Here we go. Leader, are you ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm kind of ready. Yeah.
Okay, very good. I'm bringing up the questions on the screen and time start.
Okay, so I'm definitely not a leader type, but hey, there we are.
There we are.
So we should go through the first question.
Sure, read it out and ask people their opinion.
Do you think you can get all the nourishment you need from a vegetarian diet? Would you be happy to eat a vegetarian diet for a week? Why or why not? Support your opinion. I think we should start from our active participant. Number 1, Zaina.
Okay.
Do you have anything to share?
Yes. So I think that you probably could get a lot of nourishment from a vegetarian diet. But I think that humans, we do need to eat meat. It's just the way that we've evolved. I think I could go on a vegetarian diet for a week or maybe even longer. But honestly, I don't know. I kind of live off meat, so I probably couldn't be able to do it.
I actually agree with Zane to an extent, but I believe in a more modern world where veganism and vegetarianism are much more common. There's actually a ways for the vegetarian diet, which much more, exotic ingredients and materials used for food that actually fills up the nutrient better than even meat sometimes. For example, like the Impossible Meat, there are innovations exist that fills all the protein of everything that the meat has. However, and again, let's bring it to a more pragmatic world. Those are expensive. It's not really available for everyone rather than just simple vegetarian diet. But as an overall answer, I don't think for the general public at least, just a vegetarian diet is actually sufficient. What do you think?
Very good point. What about Drago?
Oh, okay. So, in my opinion, I think that it is possible to survive and maintain a healthy body on a veganism diet, although you have to jump through many hoops depending on if you need certain vitamins, proteins, and all the natural stuff that you would usually get from a meat diet, as well as, dairy products, fish, everything like that, because for a human body to survive, or for a human body to naturally produce the chemicals that it does, as well as the energy that it does, it needs a balance of carbs, proteins, dairies, sugars, all that crazy stuff. And for a vegan diet, you would have to take supplements, pills, and eat only certain foods. So is it possible to live off of a vegan diet? Yes. But it is extremely hard. Would I do it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's just the way most of us are raised. We're raised to be as an omnivore, and to be honest, just by changing it drastically will be a really, really big step. Moreover, it's not really as available. You have to be so picky in what you eat. It's not really sustainable as well because it's not as popular too.
Good
is
point. I think we need to speed it up a little bit because we have 4 more questions to go through.
All right.
So,
you wanna jump
Yeah, can I just add a point? If you don't mind.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, if I add, there are in factories, I'm not trying to sound as a vegan, but it sounds like veganism. There are many animals and waste products that are killed in factories, excess use of waste, and you can even see some raw meat and other things are thrown away in rivers. So I think that you should also there's an advantage of living in with vegetarian, living as a vegetarian, as you may also continue food chain to survive and not poison it in a way.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's true. You can survive, yes, but it will be difficult also, yes. But yeah, I think it's a good time to jump off to another question. I don't think we have to go like linear order because let's be real, we don't have time for all of them. What do you think, Rocky? Which one should we pick?
Yeah, so to summarize it all up, everything, well, most people think that it's definitely manageable to get all the nutrients, but you would have to just go through way more work. But I do think you could survive. It's just a different
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah. I think that's our
Alright.
final take on it,
That
and
is
we
true.
can jump to the second
So there's
question.
no
Yeah, we should jump to another question.
Yeah, so, is junk food healthy, in your opinion, and support your ideas?
Can I start?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, so I think it just depends on what you define as fast food or junk food. Because to be honest, some of them is actually really diverse. For example, a Wendy's burger is actually much more nutritious than its salad, even though its salad is actually said to be a quote unquote healthy alternative to fast food. Because really, it's just a really broad spectrum to it.
That is true.
It's just one thing I need to
Yeah,
know.
good point. What
And
about
also, its advantages and disadvantages. I think the good part of it is it's quick. Let's be fast food is quick and it tastes good. Even let's say it maybe not be the best for you, but in a pragmatic way, you basically cannot just eat salad 24/7. You gotta have some, life. To be honest, yeah.
Okay, I'm like the devil's advocate the topic in one way, but also think about some things as it's a bit scientific fact. In Subway, you may think it's healthy, but it actually contains more than 10% sugar, which is actually a lot. So there are some dishes which may look healthy, or they will tell it's healthy, but they actually contains a lot of fat, sugar, and oil. So you should also be careful for that
That is true.
because yeah.
That is true.
Yeah,
What about
the,
Dana? Do you have
the
anything?
average
that
amount
was
of. Oh, go ahead.
Well, honestly, yeah, you shouldn't eat too much junk food or fast food or whatever because, it's not good for you and it will raise your blood pressure. But at the same time, it's not good to teach that you shouldn't have any because that can kind of mess up your mental state.
Yep. I
But
believe
now I have one more point to add to change.
balance is
So,
key.
there's a thing called taste. Unless you put some taste. Like taste is a important part of human life. It's been since the starting with us. It's almost like a whole life for people. That thing people dedicated to taste. So yeah, you should also think about sometimes when you taste something good or the thing you like, hormones are released to make you relax. So it's actually pretty good to have junk food sometimes, but not every time. There are more
What do
points
you
I'll say.
think?
Definitely not. That's just a part of how you balance your diet.
Yeah, but there's one scientific fact. There's a thing called antioxidant. Wait, I forgot what it's called.
Antioxidants.
Yeah, it's called antioxidants. So they help you release stress a lot. So and it's also good for your heart. Sometimes that's why sometimes you should take junk food.
The pomegranates are really high in antioxidants.
Mm-hmm.
Right, can we
Fruit
sum it
is
up
high.
and sum it up
Alright.
for the second
Yeah.
topic? And
So back on to the question. The question would be, what do you think of fast food, junk food? So basically, if you eat out sometimes for fast food, it's not as bad as other things. But for the body to go on, it needs about 33 to 58 grams of fat a day, which can be from crazy stuff like milk, sometimes fast food, of course, if you need it. So it's really all just about balancing your diet, not eating too much fast food, not eating too much unhealthy food. Junk food is good for you, however, if you're lacking in that area.
I think also one thing that I touched is the definition of fast food and junk food because it's not really the same. Fast food
That's
means it's gonna come out fast, but junk food means it's quote unquote unhealthy. For example, there's a lot of fast food that are healthy. For example, salad wraps, which you actually can just take from the cafeteria in 30 seconds. Those are fast food, but however, it's still quote unquote healthy, and it's really healthy for you. And there's a lot of
Right.
examples of this.
Actually, there's a big point missing. You said only about health. You should also think about economically and of a whole society. There's some fast food who gives a lot of high prices than there is. You should also think about economy. It never specified for health. It also specified for every almost every factor.
On economic factors, on developing countries, fast food tend to be more expensive than the general food. However, one thing that I see in more developed countries, fast food is actually cheaper. and a much more quote-unquote organic alternative there are. So I think this also brings a question of inequality between those developing and developed countries, and also the economic factors that you brought up. But what do you think?
Yeah, like it's okay. Like when you're in a job, you have to rush. Like, okay, I can have a quick snack for breakfast, like a bit of junk food that doesn't matter. Like a bit of quick snack that doesn't bad for
We're
me.
almost running out of time.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my god. So I don't think we will
So to
cover
summarize
other
it all,
topics, but
I think
I would-
we're almost running out of time. I think Sir William should wrap it up, or maybe Zaina, if you have something to add.
No, I don't have anything to add.
All right, Sir
Well-
William, please.
So add to the mental rule that we touched a bit that it also helps with that. But most people, rather than say that it's 100% bad, that you also it wouldn't harm that much to eat it a few
Mhm.
times.
All right.
Wow. So,
what do you
Just
think?
thumbs
Sir?
up, yeah.
hey guys, this was awesome.
Just-
Sorry, we're out of time.
26 seconds.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
out of
right.
time, but thank you so much. Wow, good job, time. The air horn shows us that the time is up. But first of all, amazing, guys, amazing. I'm just in awe. This is great. Okay. All right, guys. So first of all, let's ask Sir William maybe to share two most interesting points from this discussion. I know you covered questions 1 and 2. So, Sir William, what do you think were the most interesting points that you heard during the discussion?
From both questions.
Yeah, just whatever. You pick up things that you want to share with the audience. What did you get out of this? Mm-hmm.
There were no big yeses and nos. Everyone was pretty much the same, just with slightly different arguments. But for the question 1 from vegetarian diet, most people said you can do it. You're not going to die or anything, but it's harder, of course. But that's just how people live, and you can accept it from other people's points.
It happens.
You can decide. And from 2, I mean, we could bring that vegetarian people most likely don't eat fast food that much, but there are salads. Yeah, most people eat fast food, but you won't just die from it.
Well, do you guys know the movie? It's a documentary called Super Size Me. A guy, I think, lived on McDonald's food. Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
It was
Yeah.
based off of McDonald's.
Yeah.
So do you eat junk food yourself? As a teacher, as a student, I need to ask this question, like a point of view from the teacher.
Are you asking my opinion on fast food? Yeah.
Like, do you eat it?
Well, I've lived in Asia for many, many years, and I know that not all fast food is junk food. That was a very good point you raised, guys.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
fast
that was
food,
true.
just imagine, for example, in Japan, you can go to a sushi bar, which, the rotating sushi bar, for example. You can go in,
Considered fast food.
eat in 10, 15 minutes, eat as much as you want, and it's fast, and it's fresh, and it's pretty healthy. The same thing goes with... Yeah, so I think, fast food and junk food are not the same, but... so I try to avoid junk food, but I don't avoid fast food so much if I can choose something nutritious. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, as you know, sometimes junk food can be converted into fast food by methods like
Yes,
pasta,
right.
which can be like reheated many times.
And of
be-
course, the
and
idea
just-
of fast food is not very new. Like in Asia, you have a lot of food stalls where you can just buy something on the street, and it's not necessarily junk. It's oftentimes very good food. Hey guys,
Yeah.
Good point that we didn't touch.
yeah.
Yeah, the term fast food and junk food has been so synonymous, and really, there's a difference in it that we need to actually recognize.
Very good, guys. This was amazing. So first of all, let's ask the participants about how you guys
The big
did
difference.
do during this discussion. So please, I usually ask my students to tell me one thing that went really well and one thing that maybe they would want to improve if they had a chance to discuss this topic again. So anyone can start. Just tell me one positive thing that you did really well, you're proud of, and then one thing that maybe you would improve next time.
Yeah, I think I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the one thing I think I did well was that it was my first time like to talk in this classroom. So I would say I didn't not I didn't not participate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I stepped out. I made the first move, and how do you express that?
Well, you
I made my move, and I made my move, and be courageous, and to participate in this conversation.
great.
The one thing that I hope I can get better with is that I think if there are like 5 topics, 5 questions to discuss in this discussion, we may choose, like select 2 or 3 of them to like to do instead of trying to cover all of them.
Yes, well, that's, I should clarify this. I didn't actually expect you to cover all the questions because, But at the same time, but don't worry about it. But at the same time, I don't want to make this discussion too long because I want you to feel the sense of urgency. Time is important, so we need to speak now, okay? So it's more important that you, express your views than cover all the questions. Yeah, that's great. Good points. Good points. Anybody else? How did you do?
I mean, I listened, but what wasn't so good, I wouldn't recommend the summarizer role if you can't pay attention. Just, no.
Well, at least you knew you were the summarizer from the very beginning.
I got your role like 2 days ago, and I was to be honest, I was frantically just writing down notes everywhere.
Oh, you were? Oh, wow.
People wrote it down.
What a diligent student.
Yeah, I were.
Well, I was also writing down some keywords on my pad here. I hope you could see my notes. It was really good.
To be honest, like this debate here, it reminds me of Mortal Kombat, if you know what that is.
Mortal Kombat? No, we're not fighting each other here. We're just exchanging opinions.
Well, we are fighting with words in a way.
Finish him.
It's Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Kind of
You saw not past.
Mortal Kombat in words. Finish him.
No, not Mortal Kombat.
With word.
What if
What a Congress.
Oh, Water Congress. Okay, very good. I'm
Doesn't
sorry.
what was going to happen online?
See,
So we can do that.
I'm an old-time gamer, so I thought you were talking about Mortal Kombat.
Well, we can do my
All right.
in this way.
I hope you guys heard that.
Hey, anybody else wants to share their experience? I think we had Rocky, we had Sir William. Anybody else? How did you guys do?
My experience was pretty good. This is my first time ever in the server. I really didn't know that it was like an actual classroom thing. I thought it was just like, chilling. It's kind of fun.
It was fun. Okay, well that's great. Well, that makes me happy as a teacher. But what about what would you do differently if you were to do this again?
Definitely not play League of Legends while I'm talking.
Oh, okay, yes. Focus. 100% focus. That's great. Thank you. Would anyone else would like to share? By the way, welcome. So nice to have you here. Alec, did you want to say something or no? Okay.
Yeah. For me, you may not notice it, but I'm like an extrovert outside, but I'm an introvert from inside. So this time I actually meant to talk. I was feeling good to talk this time. I was not forced to.
Excellent. I'm so glad. Well, we need introverts in the world too. We need both extroverts and introverts. Imagine if everyone was extroverted. This would be a very crazy world indeed. And by the way, guys, if you want a very good friend, probably introverts are better at close friendships. Okay? All right, guys, this is awesome. Well, thank you again. This is a big round of applause to you guys. Thank you. If you can hear it, I was really impressed. Sorry, you have another question? Yes.
Oh yes, so also you're a teacher, right? But you're like there's always a way of learning. Can I ask you what did you learn in a way? This may sound stupid, but it's actually a good thing.
Sorry, what did I learn from this?
Yeah, like everyone's learning new things.
Yes, every time when I'm teaching, I'm learning how to teach better. So I'm looking at my management skills, how I manage the class, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe this activity was too long, this one was too short. So in this particular round, I think that I might want to state, I forgot to mention that you don't have to cover every question. So that's what I've learned. I reminded myself to do it better next time. So as a teacher, I'm also learning by listening to you guys. Is that helping you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just need to
about fast food. About fast food. I was also surprised. I was also surprised that there are no vegetarians here in this group. Because
actually, I was a vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 years earlier, but my brother thought I ate chicken piece as fun. I thought it was a vegetable, and I became a non-vegetarian by force.
Why I'm saying this,
but I provide those who are vegetarian and vegan as a community.
I see.
They call it as a community service at one point, so therefore I'm more open to what people dietary restrictions are, whether it's religious or whether it's just they want to be vegan or vegetarian.
Right, there are various reasons, right? So I was surprised because, in Canada there are quite a few vegetarians, and in a group like this, probably there would be at least one vegetarian. So thank you guys.
So I'll just say, but there are a lot of people raising their hands, so I think I should exit first.
All right, so what we want to do now is, yes, I think this was I'll give you feedback, okay, guys? So this is my feedback. Excellent round. Starting off normally, round number 1 is very rough, okay? People don't know what they're supposed to be doing and going off topic, but you guys were amazing. I would give you 10 out of 10 because you stayed on topic. You also used strategies like, what do you think about that? You were asking questions, you were asking opinions of others, and you were not dragging on too long. You were sensitive to other people in the group. So really, I think that is the good thing. I don't think I can improve it any other way. I would just encourage you to speak up more and take the advantage of that, and everyone to be more engaged. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this is useful for you. And now we're going to invite volunteers for round number 2. There are still many questions that we haven't covered. Thank you so much, guys. That was awesome. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So now, guys, round 2. We're asking volunteers to take different roles. Raise your hand if you want to be a part of this discussion. And
I have a suggestion for the next topic.
Yes, there you go.
Cat with a Glock. She was typing in your, or he was typing in your Discord channel, or Discord and Twitch, and they were saying that they would be a good speaker. So I recommend them.
Who was that? Sorry.
Cat with a Glock.
Ted with a Glock. Okay, well they have to raise their hand. Oh, Cat with a Glock. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so let's Cat with a Glock. I see you here. Let's welcome you in here. All right, Cat with the Glock. Hi there. How are you?
Yo, thank you for the clutch.
Okay, so
Thanks
do you want to be a part of this discussion?
Cat.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just writing you down. Can I just call you a cat or?
Yeah.
Or
cat.
Okay, Cat. Very good. Thank you. Now.
There's no other cats in here, right? Just checking.
Not right now, I think. All right. What about anybody else? I see Honeyworld is joining us, and Travail. I don't know if your connection cuts out, but I already invited you. Okay. So who wants to be a part of this discussion? Freeman, would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, Freeman. Okay, we have Freeman here. Okay, and then who else? Please speak up now.
I'll join too.
Okay,
Hello.
So who was this? Sorry, can you say your name?
Trovel.
Okay, Trovel. Okay, welcome back. You are a faithful repeater. I appreciate that. and I hope you're getting a lot from these lessons. And
there's like dogs are barking outside, so if you hear any disturbances,
okay, so far you're good. So far you're good. Okay, so anybody else would like to join this group? Just speak up now. Tell me your name. And Stuart. Okay, Stuart. Stuart, you're in. Okay. Anybody else?
Yokai.
Yokai. Okay, Yokai. Hi. Thanks so much, Yokai. Okay, welcome. And we need one more.
You already got me down, right?
Question.
Yes, Kat, you're in already.
I need to switch to my PC real quick, so I need to raise my hand again.
Well, no, you're already in. I can hear you.
Yeah, I know. But I have to switch to my PC. I'm on my phone right now.
Okay, sure. Okay, so please switch, and then I will let you in. Okay.
I don't think you actually need to invite again. I think it will just.
All right. Okay. Sure. All right. So Honey World. Okay, Honey World. Thanks so much for joining us. Honey World, and let's load the wheel, guys. Let's see what role you're going to get. Right.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. I'm loading the names. We're selecting our discussion leader first. Okay, who is it going to be? Alright,
it's my first time here.
Chauvel, you're the leader. So make sure that you direct the discussion and make sure everyone is engaged. Now our timekeeper, who is going to make sure that we're not dragging on, and that is Yokai. Yokai, congratulations. Next, active participant. Talk your head off. That will be Stuart. Congratulations. Active participant number 2. Honey World. Okay, Honey World, I hope you get a chance to talk a lot. Alright. Now the devil's advocate. Will it be Cat or will it be Freeman? That's Freeman.
I'm just saying. Yeah, thank you.
I mean,
Freeman, you're the devil's advocate. Do you know what the devil's advocate's job is?
Not really, that's my first time here.
Okay, no problem. I'll explain in a moment. And Kat is our summarizer. Right, excellent.
So should protect junkies.
Okay, devil's advocate, you're not a devil. You're basically trying to voice the opposite opinion.
Protecting the devil.
Okay.
I'm protecting
So
the devil.
if everyone agrees on the topic and there is no discussion because everyone says, yeah, I think so too, the end, then you can jump in and say, well, actually, I disagree, and then take the opposite view, okay? But
I gotta say in a really geeky voice with glasses.
But everyone is participating. So guys, if you are just joining us, we are live on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/EnglishSpot, one word, English Spot. And we are live right here, so please join us. So Twitch TV, English Spot, okay? And
I have both screens up. I have Discord.
Oh, excellent. Very good. And all the questions are on the board. We've already discussed questions 1 and 2. So leaders, the leader, you might want to start with question 3, but it's really up to you. You can select any question you like on the screen. All right. If just for your information, this question 3 is about people worrying too much about what they eat. Organic or whatever, genetically modified, whatever. Okay, guys, so maybe that's an interesting question to start with, but it's really up to you. All right, guys, are you ready?
Ready as all ever be.
All right, so let's bring up the roles here. We know the leader is Travail. If you are ready, Travail, I'll start the time right now.
Yes. So let's start with thought question itself. People these days care too much about what they are eating. Worrying so much is definitely not healthy. Do you agree with this opinion? If you want to go first, you can.
Jump in.
Yeah, I'm
Honey?
just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. So that is true to some extent, but like you can't just go throughout the day and be like, oh, I have to think about this, this, and this, and I will eat this many calories. I will eat this carrot, just this carrot, only this. You don't have to worry about that things like that much. Just go with the flow. I mean, eating junk food like cookies, ice cream, pizza, all that's, bad for you, and it's bad to eat that 24/7. But you can do that in moderation. It's just keeping a balanced diet and keeping an eye on yourself. Like,
is it possible
drink
to
soda
care
for weeks
too
straight.
much? Is it possible to care too much about nutrition and diet?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. And there's something called body dysmorphia too, which is
Yeah.
caused by worrying too much about what you're eating.
Yeah, it's a mental problem where like your brain thinks that like you are like you need to lose weight, and like you just stop eating.
So what about this? So people nowadays in the modern world are much more educated about nutrition and diet, and also food availability. How do these factor into how we feel today?
Oh yeah.
Actually, look, if you look at it from other perspective, people can care less about they care less about the nutrition because of the popularity of fast food, and it is also a problem.
I feel as though everything has moderation. So, in regards to if you should eat healthy rather than just getting by the day, it really definitely matters because you are busy, you have work, you sometimes can't even eat like you really want to, so you're forced to get that fast food, and that might not be healthy for you. But still, at the end of the day, everything has moderation. You can't just always eat fast food, and on top of that, you can't worry so much that it consumes your life entirely. You have to find that even balance.
Do you think that modern life now conflicts with how we should eat normally?
Sometimes it does. Like if you're like at a job where you're from 10:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., you are really forced to really eat what you can at that point. You know what I mean? So it's like you should definitely worry because exactly, like you definitely need to worry if it's affecting your health, but at the same time, you need a balance. You know what I mean? You can't overindulge in one thing. Or you'll get overstressed overall.
Yeah, a healthy diet, a well-balanced healthy diet.
No, healthy diet is a really sensitive topic because you can say healthy diet is actually diet without fast food. Like social media and pop culture as a whole, they advertise that healthy diet is basically a limited diet, which is limited to.
I recently learned that people in Europe that have heart operations.
Sorry to
are advised to take on a plant-based diet, and the studies show that actually people that live on a plant-based diet after an operation on their heart become much more healthier.
That is true, but it's actually a change in your body that can actually put your body in a comfortable position of you not eating meat, the food you're addicted to. You just want that. You just want that.
I think, isn't it that
and it just adapts, and that just makes you healthier. It's like a training to your body.
I was thinking that people that do go on to have heart operations when they're older have those operations because they lived an unhealthy life.
Yeah. So they basically train their bodies to be healthier. I mean, change their lifestyle because they didn't change it their whole life. Sorry.
There's also the diet, but there's also the working out aspect, like working off that what you've eaten for that day. You can't just sit around. You'll gain weight or you'll just be unhealthy overall, because you need to still stretch every day, you still need to work out and everything. And if you don't do that, then of course an unhealthy diet is even worse for you than before. You know what I mean?
Do you think
all
our
that
government
combined
should
just
do more?
is not good.
All of that all together is
You got
attributed
your
to the same
unbalanced
thing.
diet, you got just junk food 24/7, and you're not like exercising. That's bad for you extremely.
Yeah, like if you have to eat that junk food or if you have to eat that fast food, you definitely need to work it off too, because that will just attribute to the negative
Where'd he go? He disappeared.
Disappeared? Okay,
He
well,
vanished.
that's technology for you, you know? Sometimes we just
That
disappear. Internet goes
yeah.
down or... All right, guys?
I just wanted to add on his topic.
I'm gonna.
4 minutes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you can continue.
Thanks. If you're underweight and you have to eat high calorie meals to put yourself in a normal weight range, that's the positive diet for you. So positive diet can actually depend from person
Depends
to
on the
person.
person.
Yeah.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
everyone's metabolism is different. Eat a
and
burger, it goes right
mhm.
through you. You don't gain weight at all. Another person could eat a burger, they gain like 20 pounds.
and that's why the topic is so touchy, because it's different for everybody.
Interesting
Because everybody
points.
has to go ahead and change their life towards how their body reacts to
But here's an
things. So-
idea that we live in such, a society where food's so ready available that we actually have the choice to choose how we eat, rather than we're not hunter-gatherers anymore,
Yeah.
So
We
having
There's
the
also
choice-
wealth as well.
we chose to get smart, settle down, and make our own food. Via
There's also
weed.
the wealth aspect as well, because healthier food is also more expensive than the junkier food as well.
That is true.
That's not actually
So-
true. That's not
It is
actually
true. It is true in
It
most
is very
Western
true.
countries.
It's not.
Ah.
I buy vegetables and tofu.
At least in
and things
America,
like
it's
that.
that
My
way.
shopping is a lot less in money.
Okay, I
I'm just
live-
speaking on
I-
behalf of America. I know in America, healthier food is much more expensive than just getting like a
Oh yeah.
$1 burger at McDonald's or something.
Processed food.
And our
that's
and our
capitalism.
the difference between an organic apple and a normal apple can be like a difference between like what, $1 to $2, $3. It varies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys,
We're
look
coming
at the
up to
time.
minutes.
Look at the
Coming up
time.
to 2 minutes, guys.
At least where
Travail,
I live.
what do you think? What do you want to do, Travail? You're the leader.
I think you guys have summed up it all. Let's go to another question.
You can choose 4 or
Salvi?
5.
Phone number. Should countries try to grow all their food, or is it better to depend on trade to meet their food needs? Why? Support your opinion.
I'll give you some
Should I go
extra
first?
time. Yeah, go ahead. I'll give you extra time.
It's just, it sounds like Soviet Union to me. That didn't work.
Yeah, I have a lot to say
That
this as
didn't
well.
work. Back in communism, it
Honestly.
didn't work.
Yeah, but you have to state
just
what didn't
doesn't.
work. Okay, you have to state what didn't
Well,
work.
okay, first of all, people didn't actually buy food. The price was constant, but when the currency actually changed, the price didn't. So the whole economy system crushed down. It's not only because of the basic products, but also of everything.
Modern agriculture and farming, they're done on such a grand scale that inevitably there's an excess produced.
On
So-
your production, if the price will not rise up. That's why it didn't work. I mean,
Yeah,
you
well,
can't
I got-
have-
Size of the country, honestly.
I gotta say something here.
Yeah, this is
Um, I do kind of support that, but the problem with that is there are some regions of some countries that cannot grow their own food. Therefore, they have to import food. So that is where you kind of get into that problem where, most food can't be grown in X, Y, and Z. So you have to transport X, Y, and Z to this place so that people there can eat food.
That
Now-
also gives somebody an advantage against the
Yeah.
country if they're
We will give
supplying
you
the food.
food if you help us win a war.
Also, the lifestyle of the farmers might go down as well if they're forced to be doing it and they won't get paid much for it. So then the value of the product goes up as well because of the hard work behind it.
Yeah, I swear once again what I said.
Everything is
Cat
like a.
said exactly correct. I think I believe for a country to be to meet all the food requirements, they must have access fertile land and availability of sea for seafood. So if a country lacks any, it is a must for them to depend on trade. But by far, what is the best thing to do is try to be independent, and if they cannot be, then try to integrate trade into it. That's
I'm
all.
very proud of that summarization. I could never do that.
That's great. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Unless somebody disagrees here.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, the devil's advocate.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes. Disagree.
You're no. We're talking in Chinese.
What?
Well, if you disagree, you say so and say why.
That's why I disagree. I just disagree. That's my role. That's my job.
Yeah, me too. I disagree completely.
Is that
you
one dude at
agree-
the wedding that says I object?
Would you agree that it's good to import and export as long as it's beneficial for both parties and there's no, it's not taking advantage? Because selling
Trade
things
exists
is
for a
good for your own economy. Having healthy people in a country to work and build and do stuff is a good thing.
I didn't really understand what you asked.
All right, guys, we are out of time. Out of time. Wow, this was another exciting round. I think you haven't finished discussing the topic.
I have not. I want to talk
but
more.
yeah, I want to talk more. I know. Wow. Okay.
I want to talk my head off.
Sure.
You want to talk your head off? I know. Big round of applause. Thank you, guys. That was awesome. Okay, let's ask our summarizer, Kat, to share maybe 2 points that stuck out for you, something that was interesting mentioned during the discussion. I remember you covered questions 3 and 4. So just to remind you, it's on the screen now. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So thank you, Twitch stream. Oh. All right. So the first 2 points, the one that stuck with me, I feel like, was the one about like taking, like just watching your food intake too much. Like that one got to me because I don't know if this is too much information, but I am a little bit overweight. I'm not gonna say how many, but
There's nothing wrong
just
about
slightly
that.
over.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not a problem.
And,
but,
recently, I have been actually watching my diet and just, just cutting out like just certain things and only eating this, and it really got to me because that has been my chosen lifestyle for the past few months because I don't want to.
I'm kind of like you, but I eat like a lot and I stay really skinny. But I haven't cut out anything. It's just hard to chew some certain junk foods.
Okay, wait.
metabolism.
Let's not jump in because I am just asking how you guys did. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm asking the
I
summarizer about the points that were pertinent in the discussion that he wants to share with the group.
I'm not the. The summarizer.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
the
summarizer.
Yes, you are. Kat,
True.
you are. No, Travail was the leader. Yeah, you're the summarizer.
Oh, I have dementia.
No, that's okay. So yeah, you mentioned 1 point. Can you mention just one more point about things that?
The last point about like
that was interesting.
Food. That is a very controversial topic because like Free said, communism, but also like I said, there are certain regions in certain countries where they can't grow their own food at all, and even if they could grow their own food, it is very extremely hard. So they have to resort to other tactics like importing food from other countries, and the person that's giving them food can ask for something in return, like winning a war, or they could just simpler things like other resources.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
It's a very how do you yeah, it's just a very controversial topic.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, that's why we're discussing it. And yeah, that
I
was
mean,
a
every
good point.
topic is a controversial topic if you get deep enough into it. Like
Very.
if you could, like if you got into a deep enough topic about cats and dogs, it would be very controversial.
Oh yeah, maybe
really.
we should do a lesson about cats and dogs.
I gave you an idea.
No.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
It would.
I mean, I am a
Awesome.
cat with a Glock. I mean,
Okay,
come
that's
on.
right. Yeah, it's in the nickname.
No,
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Animal violence.
Thank you.
Cat has a Glock.
I just want my weekend.
I have chosen to have a Glock. I have chosen many
Violence. Video gaming.
I choose blood.
Oh, that's a good topic. That's a good topic, English palette.
Yes.
Does video games cause violence? And the answer is no.
Oh no, not
Yeah.
this 2010.
well, this is
Yes.
Okay, your research is outdated. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
It
move on
is.
to the next point, which is basically I wanted to ask you guys how you did. How did you guys do?
Oh, I did fantastic. Oh, I'm perfect in every way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
I am joking. I am joking, of course, to only increase my own self-esteem, but still,
Okay, no,
I
but-
did fantastic.
Yeah, I think you guys did really well. Maybe
Everyone did fantastic.
Yes. Anybody else wants to I'm asking for maybe one thing that you did well specifically, and one thing that you might want to improve if you were to do this one more time.
I mean, I wouldn't touch communism. It's not a great topic. But if you're talking about junk food,
No, Freeman, actually, it's a good topic. Why not? But let's talk
It's a
about.
good
Sorry.
topic.
Why, yes.
Yeah. But
Why,
Travail,
yes.
Travail, you wanted to say something, so don't be shy.
No.
Just jump in. Mhm.
I just wanted to add up. I really enjoyed today.
Oh yeah, you enjoyed it? Okay, yeah, but all right, okay, that's great. Well, thank you. That makes me happy. Right, Freeman. Going back to your topic about
I
communism.
really enjoyed this topic.
Communism is really great.
Yes.
As a communist, I love communism. Join
Okay.
my communistic revolution of this
Oh, okay.
server. We'll make the English club the Soviet English club.
Soviet.
Okay.
That's a good ring, honestly.
All right. So,
right.
anybody else wants to
My-
share
Okay,
your
bye, guys.
experience?
Bye.
Mhm. Thank you.
Our
Thank you.
the English hub. Anyway, goodbye.
Honestly, I'm gonna continue now. I'm gonna continue. Why not? So I'm not really gonna, like, do this, but English pilot. I want to comment on something that you said like earlier
Mhm.
with the first round students or
Yes.
people or whatever you want to call them. When you talked about I was about to say My Big Fabulous Life, but that's a different TV show. I heard you talk about Super Size Me, the movie documentary.
Yes, the documentary.
And before you talked about that, I said in my head, if I get on here, I'm gonna talk about, okay, we've all seen Super Size Me. We all know that junk food's bad. Clear debate over. Get out.
It's bad in excess.
And I was gonna make that joke when I got in here, but English palate, you beat me to it.
Oh, okay. Well,
You talked about Super Size Me, and now I'm just sitting here crying.
oh, okay. Well, then maybe some people in this room haven't seen Super Size Me. It's a good
If they
thing.
go watch it, it's a
Yeah,
good, interesting.
go and watch it. It's very interesting.
It is very interesting.
Right.
You
Like,
can
it
you
touches-
can die from too much McDonald's. It is confirmed.
Yes.
You can die from anything if in excess. You can die
Right,
from too
yes.
much water even.
Too much water. Well,
Yeah,
you can
water
Actually,
intoxication.
really
you
bad
can
case.
Water
drown in it
intoxication.
too. You can drown in it.
Of course, yeah.
Hey,
Alcohol.
But you
Well,
cannot
guys-
die if you're a communist.
I'm actually
okay.
I'm actually going to post the whole supersized movie in general. Is that all right with you, English?
Well, it's fine. If it's on a public platform, then sure, you could, I think.
In general, I'm
Don't-
posting the YouTube.
Don't send
link to-
pirated stuff.
Yeah, don't
It
send
is not
pirated
pirated,
links,
it is
but
on
it's
YouTube.
if it's on a public platform. Hey guys, but a question. I have not question. I wanted to give you just a little bit of a feedback here. I think the second round got interesting, but you went a little bit off on a tangent from time to time, so I would improve that a little bit. And also, okay, all right. Or, for example, I have a comment for Freeman, because Freeman got really excited about question number 4, and then he started talking about why it's like that, because he said, oh, that sounds like communism. But the point is, Freeman, you forgot to mention which side you were arguing for. Because you could say this, growing your own food sounds like communism, or the other side. So for a listener, it is just confusing a little bit. So you need to start off with, state your opinion straight up front. Say, I think that growing your own food sounds like communism. Okay? So
I was actually just discussing the thing in general, not discussing my own topic. It's the association I have to that question, not my opinion.
All right, Freeman. So whenever we are in class, we don't go to general. We use the classes chat for discussion. General is for other purposes. So this way, let's keep those separate. Thank you so much. And other than that, I think this was an amazing round. I think this is my reaction to you guys. Wow! An applause. You deserve it. That was really good. Amazing.
10 out of 65,000.
Yeah, 10 out of 65,000.
That's actually bad.
That's
no,
bad,
it should be the other way around. Should be the other way around, Brad.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
10 out of 10? Which do you prefer, 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 1?
Both, actually. They both mean the same thing.
Yes, pretty much the same thing. Correct. Yes, good job. Thank you again, guys. Now, if you permit me, we shall go to round 3. Round 3. There are still a couple of questions. You could recycle or do the last question. If you're interested in participating, raise your hand now and I'll include you.
Is it possible that could be in the food?
If you, sorry, what was that?
I would like to ask that question as well.
What was that?
Can I join again?
You can join again. If let's ask if there are first timers, and then if not, we can join again. Okay, let's give other people priority.
No, guys, I'm gonna leave. Good luck.
Okay, thanks, Freeman. Join us next time. Make sure.
I will.
Okay, awesome.
See you later.
It's on
later,
Monday,
Raymond.
Wednesday, and Friday at the same time, guys.
Okay,
all right.
Friday, Wednesday, and
Monday.
Jack, can I join?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay. Robin wants to join.
We have.
Ariel wants to join. Bad Karma.
Okay, any first timers here? Just speak up now. First time. Sapphire. Okay, Sapphire, welcome. Sapphire is going to go to round 3. Who else?
I think moderators are gonna be, in the part of this conversation. Sure, I am in as well, if possible.
Nature, you wanna go in there? Nature.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Nature. All right. We also see some people in the waiting room. Bad Karma, would you like to join us? Jay, would you like to join the discussion?
But if possible, could you please show us the screen, because we are just seeing you.
Yes,
of course, we are so happy
sure.
to see you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. I'm also happy to see myself.
The questions
but I get to see myself every day. All right, anybody else? Speak up.
That is technically the truth.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
First of all, first timers, speak up now if you want to be a part of round 3. No first timers? Going once, going twice. Jay?
Yes. Is it okay if I join this?
Of course, Jay. All right, and now I have.
Hold to the guy in the blue shirt in the back.
Okay, very good.
That's me.
Anybody else? And now, if there are
Did you already get me?
Who is that?
Drago.
Oh, Drago. Okay, so now second round. I just see there's still a couple of people in the requesting to speak. Okay.
My friend Ramen. There we go.
Okay, Ramen, do you want to be a part of this discussion?
Sure.
Okay, Ramen, I like your name. It makes me hungry.
Thank you.
And it's so fitting
a voice that
for
can
discussion
the glass.
about food. And anybody else? First time around.
I'll be.
Okay, who is that? Bad Karma. Bad Karma. Okay, wow.
That sucks.
Very good. And welcome. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more person. Question
mark.
Sorry, that was Kat, you wanna go again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's ask
I love
Kat.
talking.
Okay, let's ask Kat again. All right, so we have 6 participants. If you drop out, please raise your hand again. We'll let you back in. Let's load the wheel and see what roles you're getting. Here we go.
I
Selecting.
would be happy if I get devil's advocate.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Selecting our leader. And that's Kat. Kat, you're our leader.
Leader even better.
Okay. Now we're selecting our timekeeper.
Give me up the time.
Okay, and that's Jay. Definitely Jay. You were watching the clock and making sure that the conversation doesn't drag on. Active participant number 1. Active participant number 1 is Bad Karma. You have to talk your head off. Right. And active participant number 2. Here we go. That would be Sapphire. Okay, Sapphire, you also need to participate a lot. We are going on to now the Devil's Advocate. That's a very important role. Let's see who that is.
I think it's gonna be me. Definitely.
Ramen. Congratulations, Ramen. You're the Devil's Advocate. And Nature.
Yeah, let me guess. I'm gonna be the summarizer, right?
Yes! Nature, you are the summarizer, but don't worry, because the summarizer also has to participate in the discussion. You just have an additional role. Wow, so we have our roles ready. Exciting. Okay,
Wait,
they're
am
on
I
the
in
screen.
or no?
I love being the leader. Follow me.
Okay, Kat. Okay, don't get carried away. You get 10 minutes of leading.
I won't. I'm joking. I am trying to be.
Okay, I think genetically modified foods is an exciting topic. We can start with that. If leader is ready, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the timer going. And if you are all watching the Twitch screen, let's go, guys. Ready? Time start. Take it away.
All right. So I have a very, I think I have a very controversial opinion where I don't care. I like GMOs. GMO, honestly, I feel like the only difference between organic and GMOs is that one costs more. And that's very weird to me because a lot of people think that, oh, GMOs have bad stuff in them. It's bad. And this is the same thing with milk. A lot of people think that there's like an outrageous amount of hormones in them. There's not. There's barely any. It's literally almost none. And same with GMOs. There's so little that it won't do anything to you. And it's kind of and not proven. All right. I continue on with my rant. The amount of misinformation about GMOs that I have seen on the internet and on the internet basically is just outrageous. And I think, and now I can't remember, but I've seen so many just misinformation here and there and just everywhere that it's just a scare tactic. And I don't like it because it's wrong and it's a lie. So does anyone else have to add to my rant of rage?
Oh, I won't go ranting on, but I'll provide some empirical evidence to support your claim. So, since I'm the active participant, I won't be going against you. Let's start by saying that the GMOs contain something called the recombinant DNA, that is taken from some other plants that are artificially grown as part of artificial selection by Darwin. That's the theory. And those DNAs are combined to form this recombinant DNA that is not susceptible to threats and the cyclones and all the tornadoes. So this GMO is really fulfilling to the world because the food insecurity in the world is on the constant rise. And we have the birth rates in Africa increasing. and we don't really have a lot of birth control supplies there. So we need to tackle this food problem here. And while we in the Western world, we keep on debating about these GMOs and going back to those traditional methods that we have trusted, the conservative ones, but they don't really help in the long run because pesticides a while ago were criticized because they cause something called eutrophication of the rivers. They make the rivers anoxic, and the fish and the plant life, phytoplanktons, they die too. So in the long run, I think GMO is the way to go till we invent the tubed food. And GMOs should not be criticized at all because there's no empirical evidence or positive evidence that shows that they're bad for your health. So you should go with them.
Yeah, thank you for that. Anyone else? Because actually, Sapphire, I want to add to like what you said. I want to add even more onto it, but before I do, anyone else? No,
Yeah,
alrighty.
everything has got like pros and cons, to be honest. Like, but according to the country that I have been living in, which is called Turkey, by the way, I mean there are a lot of what wanna call that, like genetically modified foods here. I mean, because it depends on the government, to be honest. Like, for example, my government is exactly like providing such a kind of foods to earn more. Because even if like they're not a kind of modified foods, but they just call it like, yeah, this banana is amazing. I mean, you can just eat it; it's gonna be healthy. And many scientists are like investigating such a kind of foods, to be honest, in Turkey. And for example, like let's call it like, for example, there are some like charities in Turkey and who are not exactly supporting the government. They are just investigating the foods in Turkey, and they say it is unhealthy. And they always like underline the term unhealthy, but they don't care about it all because they really earn a lot of money by providing it to such a kind of like the different countries. Like, for example, we provide a lot of foods, the modified foods like Germany, as far as I know, the Poland as well, some USA part as well, to be honest. But whenever I see that, I think it somehow affects the people, especially the people who are working, such as like farmers. Farmers are exactly like providing organic foods to the people, like especially the local people in Turkey, but nobody cares about them at all. Because the government has the power and they are just running the community, which is called Turkish population, right? That's all I want to say. So you can just jump in and carry on, guys.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Come on, guys. Take it over.
I will add. Oh, wait. Karma, were you about to say something?
I was about to say that honestly, like everything you're saying, like all you are saying, actually right. Cause like it happens a lot, and it's really annoying sometimes. If we're being honest, cause the world today is just crazy. So,
Karma, I hate to cut you off here, but I want to let you know about some. Your bad karma is getting the hold of you, and your mic is sounding a bit muffled. I can't hear it.
Maybe you can speak closer to the mic. If you can speak closer to the mic, that might help.
Sounds like you're holding a pillow on your mic.
We're closing out on 6 minutes on this topic.
I can extend the time a little bit. Yeah, we can hear you. Just state your opinion, please.
Oh yeah, I feel like everything that you're saying is right. Cause like it's really annoying sometimes. Cause like a lot of people are really like very like sensitive about that type of stuff. And it's like, okay, this is not your life, it's theirs, so you leave it alone. Cause like especially like once you're in like middle school and stuff, it's like really hard.
So just to clarify, are you supporting genetically modified foods or are you against them? See, that's the role of the leader. Leader should ask. So are you saying, clarify, are you saying that you're supporting it or not?
I'm supporting it.
Yeah, okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ramen, you haven't said anything
English
yet.
Ballet, thank you for doing my job.
Can I make a comment on it?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm pretty neutral towards it, I think. Like, I don't see anything extremely wrong with it, but I don't think it's something I would personally eat. Like, I see like other people, they want to eat it, good for them. They can eat it. That's up to them. But I don't think I would.
No, alright.
And why is that?
Mhm.
I don't know.
What if you
I
what
don't
if you
see anything
have no
wrong with
choice? Yeah, what if you had no choice? Let's say
Or
mhm.
what if it's healthier in a way? Would you still
Well,
do
then-
it?
If it was
Yeah, what if they
healthier in a way,
genetically modified like some sort of apple to give you godlike superpowers? Would
No,
you?
no, 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 not that, not that. That's too off topic, my man.
Yeah.
That is true. Okay, yeah, that is true. That's too out of the box.
I think it did.
gotta
If
think
it
in
did help you,
reality.
like make you healthier, or it was designed for people who like may have issues eating it organically, I think that'd be a good idea. And I think if I had that issue, I would do it because some people might not be able to eat an apple for some reason, and they figure out a way so you can, and everything's fine. I think
that
that'd be cool.
That wouldn't be genetically modified. Genetically modified would be like if they were to alter the
Genetically
calorie
modified.
intake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Like,
What about
against a? Oh, you continue.
Okay, what about the devil's advocate? Come on, it seems like everybody is agreeing. I think you should say something against the GMO food. We don't know long-term effects. What do you think?
To be honest, like I would probably say, yeah, I mean, my grandfather has got a kind of illness which is called cancer. And as my friend has already mentioned before, yeah, it was like ramen as far as I remember. For example, my grandfather is not able to eat any apples. It wasn't kind of apple. Yeah, it was like strawberry as far as I remember. For example, but there is a kind of like strawberry which is called, I forget its name, I mean the term to be honest. But I mean, he can eat it because it is like exactly genetically modified. But I mean, he's just eating that and it is very healthy. I mean, everything has got a kind of pros and cons part. I mean, the good side and the bad side. But somehow, I mean, it depends on the way that you have been doing. I mean, if you are just trying to make it bigger but not healthy, it's gonna be affecting your health, to be honest. But some people need some modifying stuff, you know, to be honest. This is my personal opinion. What would you say, guys? Jay?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh.
That is
the baton
Yeah,
pass.
yeah, I do agree because there is a chance that like someone could genetically modify a food that turns out that it's actually it makes people allergic to. There's some people out there that may be allergic to that food, that genetically modified food, and that is a problem that hopefully in the future would get fixed, but as of now it is a problem that needs to be addressed.
I think with GMO, genetically modified, I can't even speak, genetically modified food, it only really adds an extra layer of caution that we need to take because like you said, it can be modified for a beneficial purpose.
Wait, are you saying you're
yes,
for?
I'm in agreement. I'm for it. I'm for it.
I'm like, I'm getting confused.
But yeah, I'm a for it. My bad. Yeah, no, I'm a for it. I'm just thinking that, because you had really no one on the opposite side of it, the devil's advocate on the opposite side, just bring out the point that at the same time, it just adds an extra layer of caution you have to take because now with genetic modified food, you're not quite sure if you're not like...
Yeah, I agree with you, but to be honest, let me tell you something. It's like, I mean, somehow really some people are supporting the idea, the modified food, some people are not exactly, I mean, there's some, you know, against the term. But to be honest, it depends on the way that the government or the people who has the power have been using it. I mean, for example, if you're just trying to make something bigger to sell it, like for example, the heavy food. I mean, the banana is gonna be like, for example, 1 kilogram normally, but some people are trying to modify the food and they are just making it like more heavy. I mean, it's not be working like that, to be honest. This is my personal opinion because if you just do it, I mean, nobody cares about the health, you know? That's my concern.
Yeah, and
okay, I'll give you an extra minute, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Say it again. What did you?
Okay, because it's getting interesting now. 1 minute, go.
Right, I want to get back to what you said, Nature. Oh yeah, I'm getting into it now. English pal, I'm getting into it now. Nature, what you said about like them just enlarging the food for like just financial gain. Even though they enlarge it, they make there's just more banana, and that banana can go around more. It can feed more people per se.
In a way, but also
because like Sapphire said before, population is increasing, and it is measured that the population of the world will even out at around 10 billion. Who knows how long it will take to get there, but apparently it will even out at around 10 billion. And since there
Yeah,
will
I
since there will be
totally
someday.
Yeah, to be honest, I totally agree with you, but let me put it this way. I mean, I'm not gonna telling you. I mean, of course, like there are some such a kind of thing about the farming. For example, like fertilizer, as far as I remember. Like, if I'm just mispronouncing that, just make me correct. Fertilizer. I mean, you are just putting more such a kind of more stuff to have more foods, like more plants. I mean, you are just going to be picking more and more. I'm not talking about fertilizer. I'm just talking about something like which is going to be like given by the government, and you will have more and more. But
That's what you guys
somehow,
been
for
out
example,
of.
if you use something more, I mean, it's going to be affecting you. Even if the person like who has already mentioned here, like if you drink more water, is going to be unhealthy. It is also the same for the foods, to be honest. Yeah,
I
that's what
hate to break it to you, but the fertilizers are generally more harmful than these
Yeah,
genetically modified
I'm
organisms
talking
because
about overusage. Overusage. I'm talking about here.
overuse of fertilizers would lead to eutrophication, which means less planktons, which means less fish, and you have this whole ecosystem destroyed, all the biodiversity gone. But natural fertilizer.
Natural fertilizers like decayed leaves
Oh
and
yeah,
other.
you can use natural fertilizers and label your food
I think
organic.
we are out of
Okay,
time.
last 30 seconds. Last 30
Yeah, we're out
seconds,
of time.
guys.
Yeah,
Last 30 seconds, guys. This is the final stretch.
Final
Yeah.
stretch.
I want. Okay, so I want to continue around. So, like Nature said, they're making it bigger, and it's kind of a win-win situation because not only is that banana bigger and it can feed more people, but because it's bigger, it will make more money, and therefore giving the money to like the store who sold that banana, and money to the farmers that created that banana.
All right. That was a very interesting point at the very end. Time is definitely up.
I want to say so much more, but
I know. I bet you do.
Please, teacher, 1 minute, please.
No, time is up.
5 more.
Hey, very good.
By the way,
very good.
guys,
I know.
continue this communication.
Well, don't worry, Nature. Now is your chance to summarize. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Nature, now you're summarizing. But be careful, don't use your summarizing time for preaching here, okay? We don't want to hear your points, we want to hear the summary of the points that were mentioned. Go for it. Go.
Some people are saying, especially me, for example, I mean, some governments provide these kind of things, like, even if they are like, I mean, for example, they're just providing some food, but they're exactly investigated by the scientists, and they just clarify the foods like as an unhealthy food. But they insist on providing it to the communities, to local people. They don't care about that. They just care about some income, more income, to be honest. Somebody just say that. Another one.
I think the word you're looking for is profit. It's for profit.
Yeah. The another one, like, I have already written such a kind of thing, not all of them, of course. I think it was Roman. She just said that, like, everything has got a kind of like pros and cons, but it depends on the people. If they really want to eat it, they can eat it. But is it really the thing that we are looking for, or we are just trying to find which is, I mean, is like a kind of good part or the bad part? It's a kind of general topic. You just mentioned that. And another one, which was interesting because I was also interested in this part, to be honest, because I have already mentioned that it was like Roman, as far as I remember again. She just told that, like, I mean, somehow it is affecting our health, to be honest. I really agree with the term. And another part, it is also happening in my life as well because of my, my grandfather. Mm-hmm. Some people use the term like genetically modified food because, I mean, of course, like somebody just mentioned it before here, like it was like cat, I think. I mean, for example, there are some people who has got like some allergies. To be honest, they are not. Pardon, by the way. Let me post it quickly. Yeah. Some people has got a problem like that. For example, allergies or something. Of course, if
I
you
would like
just
to comment
modify
on
it-
that. I'm allergic
Yeah.
to peanuts.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Like, I mean, if you can just like modify the food, of course, it's going to be eatable by some people who has got like allergies or something. It was the
I would
another.
look forward to
I
eating
see.
a peanut butter
Okay.
sandwich.
All right,
Yeah,
very good.
That's
So
all.
it's interesting. You're allergic to peanut butter, and we have a user on our server called Peanut Butter Addict.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, guys. Well,
I'm not.
well,
I'm not gonna get into like too far into my
nature-
allergy, but basically I am allergic to peanuts. That's just
Yes, that's
the
a dangerous,
top-
dangerous
top there.
allergy. Thank you so much, Nature, for your summary. Good
The
job.
best. Oh no no.
Well done.
The
Okay.
best part about my allergy is that I'm not deathly allergic to it.
Okay.
I'm not deathly allergic. I don't die from it.
Yeah, so
that's
the word allergies came up, and Nature mentioned his grandfather cannot eat certain berries, but when they are modified, they can be eaten. All right, guys. Well, listen. First of all, I want to ask all participants about. Now, let's try to forget about the GMOs. Try to focus on your discussion. Like, how did you do during the discussion? Did you use the language you wanted to use? Did you use the opinions that you wanted to share? And so that's a good thing. And then, if you were to do it again, how would you have changed your performance in this debate? Anyone?
Yeah, I can go for it. Yeah, I can go for it first
Sure,
if you don't
go
mind.
for it, Nature.
I would probably say, yeah, I have already mentioned everything that I really want to mention, to be honest. But this is the good part. I mean, I really mentioned everything that I wanted. But the bad part, I would probably count on like the time management, because I mean, you just extend the time more and more. I mean, yeah, somehow maybe it is also the problem related to some people here as well. Yeah, somehow it should be great to focus on the time management part, because I'm not good at that, to be honest. I'm just criticizing myself.
Well, you got into the discussion. You wanted to share more and more, right?
Yeah, but the time issue, I mean, the duration could be like longer or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I have already mentioned everything I wanted, but I wish we had a lot of time to discuss about that. This is my
Same.
opinion.
I want at least an hour tops.
Yeah. I mean, it was going to be a little bit wild, to be honest, but it was great.
Yeah, well, I think there's a place for discussing it longer. Like if you want a formal debate, our server is going to organize some debates, I believe, in the near future. So that would be
cool.
That would be a place to do it, yeah, with proper moderation and so on. But this is just an academic discussion. Thank you so much. Thank you. And anybody else? What do you want to share about your experience? Something positive and something you want to work on. Okay, let Raman say something, because
I think I had some.
I think she's itching to say
I
something.
on the way I summarized. Like, definitely.
I don't think I did that good, honestly. I think I could have done a lot better. I think it was also the role that I was given and how I didn't fully understand it, I believe.
Well, it's okay. You don't have to be the devil's advocate. You just share
and
your
it's
opinion,
the fact
right?
that I don't really go.
Okay.
And
yeah, I think you did well. Okay, well, Raman is gone. But Bad Karma, what about you?
So it's like a first.
Yeah, Bad Karma, how did you do?
I feel like I could have summarized it better.
I see.
And sorry, I've something stuck in my throat. And I'm trying.
Yes, I think maybe next time you could be more assertive and just jump in, right? Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you. Good
Be
job.
like me.
Good job. Yeah, be like Cat. Well, not everybody can be like Cat. Then the discussion.
No,
would
I
be
am the only cat.
Would be a big fight if everybody did that. Okay. Anybody else?
right.
Sapphire, how did you do? Were you able to formulate your opinions?
No, if I was given a second chance, I would start focusing more on the discussion and less on the classes chat. That would have helped a lot.
Okay, your attention was divided. You were chatting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing was, I couldn't put forward the opinion that I wanted to, because
I see.
GMOs, they kind of have adverse effects on the environment by introducing artificial genes, where basically training the bacteria on how to overcome them. So there will be superbugs in the future.
Right.
But since I was an active participant, I couldn't go against my own team.
No, you could. I mean, it's everyone is just part. Yeah, it's a free discussion, so you speak your mind. Actually, that's a very good point. Once genetically modified organisms are released into nature, it's impossible to control them, right? And we don't know.
Yes, that is impossible.
Yeah,
Nothing released to me.
Is that a new conversation for later?
Yes,
later times.
Very good. Okay, guys. So I think overall, amazing discussion. I think you guys were able to talk about different aspects of this question. So a big round of applause to you. Thank you. Good job.
Yay.
Okay. And also, I will say that I think for the most part, the leader did a great job. Thank you, Kat. Yes. I would just. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. You know what's funny to me? Two things funny to me. Number one is my ping. It says I have like a solid 191 ping, because this server is in Singapore.
Okay.
And yet I am still nice and clear to you guys, which
yes,
I am
you are clear. Yeah, this is amazing.
And
the world is
even
getting
though I have
smaller.
high ping, it's nice. Yeah.
Good job.
And another thing is, I'm slightly proud of myself because at one point I was an introvert. If I was to join this conversation, like who knows, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would probably have not talked a word. But now I am fine.
Okay, so to all of you guys who are shy, who have never taken part in a discussion, you can change. You can be Cat. Talk.
Say a couple
Just
words.
Talk. Yeah, and then the rest will follow. Thank you so much. That was very encouraging. Well,
use the prism of comedy
right.
to your volition.
Okay, guys, I think my feedback now for you is that the discussion was overall very good. The roles were nicely exercised, I think. The only thing I would maybe improve in this discussion is to make sure that you rely on the person who spoke before and just restate the opinion. For example, Sapphire said we don't know the foreign DNA is introduced into the environment, and I would like to address that point. So basically, try to use the previous speaker as a kind of a springboard to launch your own argument. Okay, so that's something that you might want to practice next time around. And speaking,
someone say you have to plagiarize the other person's work to get yourself.
Well, not plagiarize. You paraphrase it or you restate it.
Paraphrase.
Well, guys, make sure that you join us next time because we are going to be talking about the sexes. The female and male roles in society. That is going to be on Wednesday.
It's gonna be lit.
Yes, it's going to be lit. So invite your friends. It's Wednesday.
Screens are going to be thrown.
17.
Punches are going to be.
Yeah, it's the battle of the sexes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope we have good representation from both.
That sounds weird. Back it up.
All right. And this will be,
let me call
this
my
will be exciting. Okay. So yeah, make sure in order to never miss a podcast, make sure that you follow my YouTube channel, which is in my profile linked on Discord. Also, make sure you follow our Twitch channel as well, English Spot. There are various ways. If you enjoy this channel and if you have learned something from it, I would appreciate you maybe buying me a coffee. The link is right here on the screen. It's buymeacoffee.com/EnglishPalette. You can also
subscribe to this guy. He's pretty cool.
Yes, you can also support the channel by becoming a regular member. Or if you want to learn English privately, if you want special tips, you can book a lesson right here. Finally, we were all live on our Discord server called the English Hub. If you are not a member, look at that. We're growing rapidly. There's over 1,000 people online right now. Join it right now and you're going to have a great time. I guarantee it. Well, guys, I think that's all. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your participation. One more time, a big round of applause to all our participants. All right. And I hope to see you next time on English Palette. That's Wednesday, 1700 hours, London time, GMT. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. And And
I love debates.
All right, and see you next time, guys. Awesome. Bye.
Bye.